rules the Yellowstone cast must follow. We all know about some of the bizarre things actors had to do for a movie, but the Yellowstone cast went the extra mile and had some really strict and weird rules they had to follow. From no phones allowed on set to some really questioning behind the scenes. Stick around as we discuss some of the strict rules the cast of Yellowstone is made to follow. Number 1. Restrictions on social media posts. Social media is an open environment where people can post whatever they please on their pages for the public to view. This isn't exactly the case for the cast of Yellowstone. They are restricted by the terms of their contract, which limits them to what they can post about the show's content on their social media. Yellowstone is known for its jaw-dropping plot twists and surprising character developments. The producers want to preserve the excitement and suspense for the viewers, so the actors must be careful about what they share. Number 2. Filming mostly done on a green screen. You see, when travel was restricted and flying to different countries became restricted, the creative minds behind Yellowstone came up with a genius solution. They started using green screens to shoot most of the scenes. Yep, you heard it right. Those fancy green screens that magically transport actors to breathtaking locations without leaving the comfort of their soundstage. Even after COVID restrictions ended, the use of green screens became the new norm. Why, you ask? Well, it all boils down to that magical thing called money. You see, traveling to shoot on location can be a massive drain on the budget. Flights, accommodations, logistics, it all adds up. But with the use of green screens, they could create those stunning backdrops right in the studio, cutting costs like a skilled surgeon. Number 3. COVID SOP. The rules and regulations surrounding filming and production have undergone many changes due to the pandemic. COVID-19 brought about unprecedented challenges, and the entertainment industry had to adapt quickly to ensure the safety of everyone involved in the production. The health and well-being of the cast of Yellowstone, the crew, and all those on set became the top priority. Due to the challenges of wearing masks during filming, the actors must be spaced apart during the takes. While there are scenes that require proximity, for the majority of the time, they stand 8 feet apart. It is a unique challenge for the cast. Imagine trying to convey intense emotions or perform a passionate scene with that distance between you and your co-star. But the talented actors of Yellowstone find a way to make it work. Actors like Kevin Costner, who plays John Dutton, are professionals after all. They always deliver outstanding performances. Number 4. Gotta be ready to drop everything and go to work. You see, the Yellowstone production team is like a fearless bunch of wranglers. They're constantly wrangling the chaos and keeping things on track. They don't have time for lengthy planning sessions. When they need an actor to ride in and steal the show, it's all hands on deck pronto. But let me tell you, that's what makes Yellowstone so darn captivating. It's like the rugged, untamed spirit of the West right on your TV screen. So if you're up for the adventure, ready to embrace the unpredictability, and willing to drop everything at the drop of a cowboy hat, then saddle up, partner. Yellowstone is calling your name, and it's time to join the wildest ride in the West. Yee-haw! Number 5. Child actors should continue school. Being a child actor comes with its own set of unique challenges, and one of them is balancing work and school. Even though being on a popular show like Yellowstone has its benefits, it doesn't excuse these young actors from attending school. The production team behind Yellowstone takes education seriously and has strict guidelines in place to ensure that the young cast members continue their schooling throughout the series. These young actors are not only responsible for delivering their performances on screen, but also for keeping up with their studies. You might be wondering how they manage to juggle a full-time acting job and their studies. Well, the producers of Yellowstone have implemented a system to limit the number of hours their young cast members can work. This allows them to focus on their education and receive a proper schooling experience. Number 6. Secret actors. We all know that as fans, we love to speculate and theorize about what's going to happen next in our favorite shows. But here's the twist. The cast members of Yellowstone are kept in the dark about major information as well. It's not just us who are left guessing. When we say major information, we're not just talking about potential spoilers. We're talking about the identity of actors who are cast into specific roles. It's like a well-guarded secret that even the cast members themselves are not informed of until the right moment. Can you imagine being an actor on the show and not knowing who your co-stars will be or what their characters will bring to the story? It adds an extra layer of surprise and excitement to the production process, both for the actors and for us as viewers. This approach by the Yellowstone team keeps everyone on their toes. It ensures that the reactions we see on screen are genuine and unscripted. It allows the cast members to truly immerse themselves in their characters, discovering and developing their relationships and dynamics as the story unfolds. Number 7. Bring your own props. The art department is the most overlooked, but a major part of what makes the scene really come to life. Now, in this age of heightened awareness about germs and disease transmission, the use of props is discouraged to minimize any potential risks. However, there are times when props are necessary to enhance the scene and make it more realistic. In those instances, the cast of Yellowstone is encouraged to bring in their own props. It's pretty common in the filming industry, but picture this. You're an actor in Yellowstone, and you need a specific prop to make your scene pop. If you've got it, great! You can bring it along and add that personal touch to the scene. But if you don't have the exact prop, no worries. The art department has your back. They've got their own stash of props for those situations. And here's the kicker. Before and after using any prop, the actors must sanitize their hands and give the prop a good scrub down too. Gotta keep those germs at bay, folks. So imagine Kevin Costner strutting onto the set with his own hat, or Kelly Riley whipping out her own fancy necklace. It's like a little slice of their personal style thrown into the mix. And hey, speaking of personal style, it's like when a celeb brings their own bling to an award show, or when Lady Gaga rocks her outlandish fashion choices. It's all about that extra flair, you know what I mean? Number 8. Staying silent as much as possible. An actor's job is primarily to act, and a big part of that is through speech. Yellowstone actors, however, are told to talk less. Can you believe that? Well, this is because talking causes spit to spread easily, and spit, as we know, can cause the spread of diseases, and that is a big no-no. The Yellowstone production team wants to keep things safe and sound. They've put a rule in place for the actors to talk less during their scenes. And let me tell you, that isn't an easy task, my friends. It's like a challenge made for our beloved Mr. Bean himself, Rowan Atkinson. You know, that iconic actor who can bring tears of laughter without uttering a single word. But for the Yellowstone actors, it adds an extra layer of difficulty to their job because, let's face it, a major part of their scenes involves deep and engaging conversations. Number 9. Strict content rules. In the world of Yellowstone, we see plenty of smoking, drinking, and some intense gore on screen. It's like they don't hold back when it comes to gritty storytelling. But guess what? Behind the scenes, the actors are prohibited from smoking, and foul language is as rare as finding a needle in a haystack. I know, it's mind-boggling. You'd expect the actors to light up a cigarette and let out a string of colorful words like there's no tomorrow, just like their on-screen counterparts. But nope, that's a big no-no on the Yellowstone set. Number 10. No phones on set. Now, this is a rule that the Yellowstone producers take very seriously. No phones on set. In the world of Yellowstone, where every second counts, time is literally money, my friend. They can't afford any distractions messing up their flow. We've all been annoyed by a ringing phone at the worst times, like during a movie or an important meeting, but imagine that happening on a high-stakes TV set. The folks behind Yellowstone work their tails off to bring us that gripping drama we're all hooked on. It's like they're protecting their own little piece of land, just like the Duttons. But instead of fighting off intruders, they're fighting against anything that messes with the integrity of each scene. And let me tell you, a ringing phone on set is a major party foul. It throws off the actors, and next thing you know, they might have to reshoot the whole darn thing, wasting precious time and resources. And trust me, those costs can skyrocket real quick. We've spilled the tea on Yellowstone's strict rules, from the actors made to talk less to no smoking and limited foul language behind the scenes. These were some crazy rules. Remember, the adventure continues, so stay tuned and stay connected. Until next time, keep the Yellowstone flame burning bright.